Hi, this is Brittney at Desert Sage Herbs, and I'm actually in my clinical room where I do private herbal consultations. And I'm going to continue with my adaptogen series on Is This Adaptogen Right for You? So today I thought I would talk about Shatavari. Shatavari is an adaptogen, and more of a mild adaptogen that was used traditionally in Ayurvedic medicine for women and women's health, fertility health. And the reason we say it's a mild adaptogen is because it doesn't have as much effect on the endocrine system as some of the other adaptogens, although we do know that it does reduce cortisol levels, increases serotonin and dopamine in the body. So this adaptogen, if you want to pick this adaptogen, the main thing I would say is for women's health. So in my clinic, when I work with women, I love to use Shatavari for women that are trying to get pregnant because it increases fertility. Menopausal women that maybe have a lack of libido. So it has been known as an aphrodisiac plant. If there is vaginal dryness, because this is a very moistening plant. So I have used this with myself because in traditional Chinese medicine, I would categorize myself as having a dry constitution, right? So meaning that my skin is more dry. I mean, as a little kid, my skin was super dry. My mom used to oil me all up because my skin was so dry. And obviously I'm from Chandler, Arizona, living in the desert. We have the external environment that also dries us out. So Shatavari is excellent with other herbs that may be also drying. So to me, if you're using more drying herbs, you may want to add Shatavari to moisten up your formulas. Also, it's excellent for women. And I actually used this after I had my babies to increase milk. So it is known as a galactagogue or a lactagogue, which increases the milk production. How this seems to work is on the pituitary gland by increasing hormones that increase milk flow, also because of its moistening nature. So in Ayurvedic medicine, we usually use powders. That's the traditional way. They would mix it with ghee, honey, and milk to actually drink maybe at night. You could add a little bit of cinnamon and vanilla for a nice tasty drink. The other thing that you could do with this powder is you could add it to your smoothies. So that's a really easy way just to put maybe like a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons in your smoothie. Another way to do it is add it to your matcha. So if you love matcha drinks, which I do, it adds some moistening to the matcha because green tea is very drying. So this would be a complement to your matcha. So you're getting an adaptogen plant that's helping regulate your stress, gently regulating hormones and moistening your beverage too. I've also added this to maybe like our turmeric ginger chai latte to moisten it up, but it's an excellent way to get it in as a tea. So if you're not a tea drinker and you're thinking, wow, I really want these hormonal aphrodisiac kind of constituents in my body to help regulate my system, another way you could do it is in capsule form. So you could actually blend or make your own capsules. If anyone's out there has taken our medicine making class or is local and want to take our medicine making class, that's actually in May. We're going to be making capsules. This would be an excellent way to make capsules. So if you took 6 capsules, so just the powder in the capsules, that would be equivalent to a teaspoon. Another way is to just put the powder in hot water and you can just mix it, let it steep a little bit, and then you could just drink that. So you could add like a little bit of honey if you wanted to. If you want to make it really fancy, like I said, you could add like an alternative milk substitute with a little bit of maple syrup or honey, some cinnamon would be very, very nice. The other way is using a tincture, right? So a tincture is an alcohol extract. and you could take dropperfuls of that. Usually the dosage is 2 dropperfuls, which is about 60 drops 3 times a day. But in my clinical practice, most of my clinic is women. And so when I use it, I'm using it with a variety of herbs. So I'm using it in combination with other herbs and tinctures, or in powder just added to smoothies. Like I'll do like smoothie booster blends and things like that. So usually I will use this with other nervines, and maybe if I'm working with hormones, other hormonal herbs. And if you're interested in learning more about hormonal balance, I am having my women's herb class coming up on April 1st at 10 o'clock. So that will be in person at Desert Sage Herbs, but I'm also offering it as a live stream and a recording. You get a recording for 7 days. So if you can't make it, or maybe you're from a different state or traveling, you can absolutely purchase it, and then you have 7 days to listen to it, and you get all the handouts. So who is Shatavari not right for? Shatavari actually is an adaptogen and an aphrodisiac for men too, so they can take it. It's a wonderful complement. You can use ashwagandha and Shatavari together. But the only thing that I would say that you'd want to watch out for in Shatavari is that it is very moistening. So if someone is in a very moist state, meaning maybe they have diarrhea, this is not the plant right now. So if they're over moist, you might not want to use it, or you need to use it with other herbs to balance it out, more astringent herbs, so it's not creating too much dampness in the body. So that's kind of a TCM Ayurvedic concept of creating that yin and yang, right? That balanced state. And so Shatavari for me, personally, is very, very balancing, because I need more moistening herbs. And like I said, a lot of herbs are very drying. So I hope if you are interested in trying Shatavari, you get to make a cool tea with it. Try some of that out, or put it in your smoothie. Remember, this is a tonic, so it needs to be taken for long periods of time to have that balancing, regulating effect. So at least take it for 3 months before you decide, is this right for you? Now, as always, if something doesn't feel right, discontinue it. But if you're trying to get some of these wonderful advantages of Shatavari and what this plant can offer, make sure you try it for about 3 months, right? To really see what it's doing for your hormones. Okay, so I don't know what adaptogen I'm gonna do next, but you'll have to stay tuned to see which one I pick. Okay, have a good day.